Guys, welcome to Better Bachelor. My name is Joker with a face for radio and a voice for print. Life comes at you fast. and the new AI filters are already here, and women are already getting ready to use them to their advantage. The first video clip I have is of a woman saying, well, I'm going to be catfishing dudes to get my rent paid. So at this point in time, if you're still paying for OnlyFriends content or you're paying for saucy stuff, you're an idiot. That's just all there is to it. You are going to get used, and more than likely it's going to be either for some unattractive woman or another dude that is trying to pay his rent from you being stupid. I got a couple of videos I'm going to go through. Some of these are very apropos, though. And what's interesting about them is that this is really, it's going to crush women's souls. They're going to learn the hard way that one way is what they want to look like, the other way is what they actually look like. And many of them know this is kind of problematic, but they're still going to use it to their advantage. So we'll jump right into the very first video here, and this young gal puts it right out on the table.
This is definitely not my face, but I just want you to see. Look, when I put my hand over, the filter doesn't move. Usually you see the filter over your hand. I could start catfishing people. I could make rent.
So one of the things of the old filters, it took a second for everything to understand. So if you moved something in front of your face, or you maybe scratched your face or itched or moved or something went in the way, you'd be able to see the edge of the filter kind of shake and blur, and it wouldn't work. Now these women are realizing, like, oh, I can, oops, I bumped my microphone. I can touch my face. I can rub my hands all over, touch various things, whatever. And the AI filter is so good that you can't tell. This one, I use this as a thumbnail. This shows you how dramatic and how impossible it is to tell. So now even these OnlyFriends content creators, they can go on, they can turn away from the camera, they can put something in front of their face, and you're not going to be able to tell anymore. I'm telling you, this should end the OnlyFriends content from here on out. If you still are doing this, you're a fool.
And now this filter gave me lip fillers. This is what I look.
I want you to see that dramatic. Look at this. So here, again, she said it gives her lip filters or fillers. And it's not just makeup. Like a lot of these in the past would add fake makeup on there. But it's adding lip fillers, it's smoothing out lines, it's adding eyebrows. Look at the difference between this. Now here you would say probably, I don't know, you could probably say she's, I don't know, close to a California 10. Again, I know all of you are like, yeah, she's a 4. I'm just saying that most guys, if they saw a picture of this on a dating app, they'd say, hey, she's an attractive girl. I'd like to go out with her. Well, what happens when they're using this filter and they use the screenshot, which like on my phone is volume down and the power button. You hold those two down, it'll take a screenshot, and then they're going to upload these as their dating profiles. You know this is going to happen. But look at the dramatic difference between this and this. I mean, that is, again, it's not just makeup. It's smoothing out the lines around her neck. It's removing moles. It's fixing eyebrows. It's taking bags around the eyes away. And you'll hear what she says about it.
This filter gave me lip fillers. This is what I look like in real life. Are you kidding me?
Like it is a mind F for a lot of these girls. Not that she, I mean, they know what they really look like, but if you're a woman that looks like this, but the AI is making you look like this, is there part of you that says, and as a woman, is there part of you that says, you know what, if I get lip fillers, if I go in and maybe have some touch-up, if I get some Botox, if I do my makeup, I'll really look like this. It's giving them the impression that they could be perfect if they just invest some money and some time and some this and that and the other thing in it. Here's another gal doing the same thing.
This filter has me freaked out. Do you guys want to see what I really look like right now? I know people think these are fun, but I think they're like really harmful to society. Just my 2 cents.
So she says she thinks it's harmful, and the thing is that if this is the way that these content creators are going to be putting this out, and again that dating apps and things like that are going to be snapping and using this as the photo, But if this is what your expectation is, either for yourself or as a guy going out to date, and this is what you end up, now, of course, she doesn't have any makeup on, but this is what she's going to look like, the next morning, or when you go shower, or when you go, to a swimming pool or something like that. And it's not to say that this woman's unattractive, but the whole point is these are oops, I accidentally full screen that. These are not the same person. Like her jaw is much more defined. It's not even close. It looks like it's correcting her what do you call it? The little cleft below your nose. It's really incredible the difference between this and this. I mean, it's not even close. Here's another one that I just dragged up 4 or 5 of these that are kind of the most noticeable.
This is not healthy. This is not healthy. My insecurity is about to skyrocket. My confidence is about to go way down. Oh, that took a blow.
Let me try to pause this before. Look at the difference between the two. It narrows and contours her nose. It's evening out her eyebrows. It's widening her eyes a little bit. It's giving her lip filler. It's you notice it pulls in her cheeks just a little bit to give her a narrower face. And in reality, it's so close, but what all it's doing is, human beings have this weird thing where they like symmetry. It was a study, and I actually did a video on this 3 years ago, where they found that the most attractive people had perfect symmetry, and that there were certain measurements on their eyes, width of a mouth versus eye separation versus, and it just kind of had this mathematical. And all you have to do is the difference between Hollywood actor A and Hollywood actor B was sometimes between a 6 and a 9, was just very, very small changes that made them attractive to the opposite sex or made them a Hollywood star, whatever. All this AI is doing is it's making very fine adjustments, all nudging it to where it still kind of looks like the person that it's taking pictures of, but it's moving them more symmetrical, better measurements, things like that. So that when you do see things like this, and you see that little jump, it still looks like her, but it doesn't really look like her anymore. And you can see her own reaction. But these filters are getting so good now.
Down. Oh, that took a blow.
This is going to make women feel horrible about themselves. And of course they want to look their best at all times. So this is going to be their dating app photos. And then when you show up as a dude in the real world, even if she's done her makeup and everything, you're going to be like, wait, where's my sump mate right here?
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
That's how you're going to feel about this. And this is not good. And it's especially not good if you guys still pay for content. This girl knows the problem. She's a photographer, and she actually talks about what the filters are doing to people.
Okay, I'm a photographer. I have a commercial studio. And this is why these filters are bullshit.
Now, I per usual, I want you guys to hear what she's saying, but they put the cringe music over it, so I have to pause it so YouTube autofilter doesn't pick it up.
Because people use them so much that this is what they think they actually look like. These filters have messed with our brains so much that people honestly think this is what they look like. This filter's insane.
So she's, again, I'm got to pause this, but she talks about how moving the hand in front of it doesn't pick it up anymore. And being a photographer, that's the other thing too, is that photographers may be out of business. Script writers may be out of business. Programmers may be out of business. Journalists or comedy script writers may, and again, many of you are saying good, they should be out of business. But what happens when this replaces cartoonists and artists? And this is a very dangerous precedent that's being set with AI getting so good so quickly.
Look, it's so real. So then when I take someone's photo and say I show them the back of the camera and they look like this, they're devastated.
And then you can see the difference between her. Now, again, if you look here, her mouth is slightly asymmetrical. But same thing, it contours the nose. It puts in lip filler. It makes her eyes shine more. The eyebrows are filled out. The skin is smoothed.
They're devastated. They're devastated. The amount of times I hear a beautiful woman tell me how disgusting and how ugly they are. Oh, look at their wrinkles, look how old. They use these filters, and that's their baseline.
That's key, I think, right there. Like she says, that this becomes their baseline, and then the real person is the person with the filters. The real quote-unquote woman is the one with all the makeup on. And this is where insecurity comes out, to where women say, I'm not going to leave the house unless I have a pound of makeup on. I'm not going in public. Don't take my photo. This is going to screw with people horribly. Horribly. And for you guys out there, I'm telling you right now, if you're still paying for content, you need to stop. You just need to stop. Because while right now, I mean, you can hear this one girl and this one, how she's like,
and over.
I'm going to be paying rent with this. And she doesn't even show what she really looks like. So who knows? But if you look at some of these other transformations here, again, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're unattractive women. This is an average woman. I'm not in all for the ink on her arm and her collarbone and all that stuff. But if AI can pretty much change your face, it'll be able to remove tattoos. I mean, it's already smoothing skin over. And because she can move and talk and act normal, this is going to be how women represent themselves in photos and in videos and everything else. And nothing you see is going to be real anymore. It's all going to be a trap. And then you're going to have guys, I firmly believe you're going to have guys that will find a filter like this, because there's already some gentlemen that go out and put on a ton of makeup and do themselves up that kind of look feminine. But when you have AI filters, you're going to get to the point where a guy like myself can just shave, put on one of these filters, and they also have voice changers now. So you genuinely may be talking to a slightly overweight 45-year-old bald dude and think that you're giving money to some fake female content creator. It's here, I'm telling you. So if you're still supporting money to this stuff, you got to stop, for the love of God. For those of you here on YouTube, we're going to do a dating profile of the day, so make sure to join us over at betterbachelor.locals.com, where you can see a little bit more content for free.